What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the E3 prediction show.
E3 guys, last episode you said E3 like 17 times.
We did it on purpose because you weren't there. We knew we could get away with it.
I'm so heartbroken.
All right.
Why does my Wi-Fi seem to be so poor? It won't load. To get these off of here. What's greatest
What are
showman?
you saying?
Greatest showman.
What do you say? What do you do? What are you doing? Now's the time. Just clean up the desk. Oh my! Oh my!
That's the sound of a prize.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, you never know, though. I mean, we could have nuclear fallout, and 15, 20 years from now, bottle caps could be the currency of the world.
I mean, it's a possibility for sure. 100%. All right, ready to go, Audacity?
You definitely don't want to outlaw or outrule that possibility.
Nor would I want to outlaw it.
I have to play my intro music for the podcast show. When you introduced me, I'm going to play my intro music.
Okay. All right. Are you ready with Audacity then?
Wait.
See, aren't you glad, YouTube? This is what you come here for. Just, I mean, content. Let's put it that way. Content. Because that's what this is. You can put any adjective you want in front of it, but it is indeed content.
What is the
We're content creators, if you will. I mean, Josh, you need to plug your mic back in because now I can't hear you. What have you done? I'm glad we figured this out now. Josh has broke his face and his computer. We're getting the one. Oh, you can see YouTube. Un momento signal.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Andy's back.
Okay, let me just make sure. Test. Okay, we're good.
We're good? All right. Alrighty. Ready with Audacity.
I can't believe I didn't know that was one.
In 3?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Purchase.
What are you purchasing?
Are you purchasing your soundtrack to your life right now?
And purchase.
Do we have to wait for it to download real quick?
No, what? Oh, come on, dude. All right.
You ready? Okay, Josh, I think I'll introduce you first because I think we might need to let Dave have some time.
All right.
Audacity is 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 172 of the South Dakota Gamer Podcast. This week is the E3 prediction show.
E3.
Myself, Chad Viss, as well as my co-hosts, one of which is Joshua Owens.
I feel pretty good. Chad, this is the year, man. You're getting dethroned.
Oh, man. And also, the other co-host, as always, Dave Mann. Great. YouTube's going to strike us on this, but okay.
I was going to say we're getting
Oh, wait,
a
yeah, I
strike.
forgot about that. I can't play my entire intro song because...
Yeah. We'll be demonetized as if we're monetized.
Oh, yeah, we're not
on YouTube.
monetized. Well, we can do whatever the heck we want. Never tell me the odds. This is the music that Han Solo listens to when he's by himself on the Millennium
I believe
Falcon.
it.
By the way,
Fun fact, Ace.
I found out earlier that the odds of navigating an asteroid field is not the odds Dave does not want to know.
Yeah, they're different.
Because that's 3,720 to 1. And
no, that's 7,320 to 1.
Didn't phase Dave at all when I told him earlier. So that's not it. Whatever it is.
At that point in time, I was saying never tell me the odds about losing the predictions show.
Oh, well, you're in luck because I don't know those odds. We'd have to ask Evan what those odds are. I'd say roughly 1 in 3. I could be wrong though.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's true because I think it was Josh that said that Evan has the winner picked before we even start, which I said was not true. Evan plays.
Wait a minute, I don't think I said that. Evan, I didn't say anything of the kind.
Fairly? He's one of my favorite judges of anything. Actually, that's why I let him be the leader on Arc because hey,
dude, Dave,
he has to die.
Speaking of which, you got to come back to Arc, man. We're moving up in the world. We got accepted by a huge tribe. We have access to all kinds of stuff now. It's great.
I know, dude. It's so hard. Like now that I go to my girlfriend's on the weekends and there's no internet.
Oh, that's rough.
I can't. Yeah, I'm falling behind on my stuff, man. I still have to finish Far Cry 5. I have to finish Detroit Become Human.
Oh boy.
I have to platinum God of War.
Oh man.
I'm like, man, I'm really falling behind, and we've got other stuff that's right around the corner coming out. I mean,
man, summertime. Now's the time if you're going to catch up on stuff.
I know this isn't necessarily the episode to do it on, but I finished Detroit Become Human over the weekend.
Oh wow!
And I gotta talk to somebody about it.
Okay, well you gotta let us finish.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oh man,
we'll get there. I'll work on it. I plan on working on it. So
I've already started my second playthrough.
Dang.
Yeah.
Good job. So, as mentioned earlier, before Dave played his intro music, and we're all hyped up, we're ready to go. They do play that at the Vikings game before kickoff, just so you know, in Minnesota.
I'm always at the Vikings games, whether you know it or not.
So they just hook your phone up to it, and they're like, "Here, play Dave's song." He didn't just purchase this 2 minutes ago. He's had it forever. So
I thought I had it. I realized it was on my Spotify account that I canceled, so I couldn't access it.
Fair enough. So, as mentioned earlier, this is our prediction show. We're going to get into it. But first, we have a giveaway to do. If you're a Patreon supporter and have been at the $1 level or higher since the beginning of this year, 2018, you have earned an entry into our giveaway, one for each month that you gave us $1 or more. So tonight is the night where we're going to do the drawing for one lucky Patreon winner. If you're not on Patreon, head over to patreon.com/South Dakota Gamer, and you can participate in the second half of 2018's giveaway, which we will do, I guess, in December, because that's, the next half, which is 6. Yeah, time. So just to kind of rehash what we're doing, what we're giving away, this is what's in it, okay? We got a Thor comic book.
I'm sorry, guys. I just had to say this because this is an awesome coincidence. But both giveaways are given away during the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, they are.
That's
You're right.
True. It's like we planned it. It's like we planned it. But we didn't. But it's like we did.
Or it's like we planned it and not all of us knew that we planned it, which also happens.
Maybe we subconsciously planned it.
So, 2 of the things coming to you. One winner, Thor, the Mighty Thor 703, the Mighty Thor 702. We also have a Star Wars Volume 1 trade paperback, canon for Star Wars. If you've listened, the Han Solo right there in Chewbacca, same guys that were in the Solo movie we talked about last week. Okay. Also, this cute little Bastion figure that will sit on your desk or wherever you would like to. That's in the giveaway.
Flipping the bird, Bastion.
Flipping the bird. You're also getting this hardcover Baron Fig notebook. It's got a bookmark. Great pages.
Very nice.
Austin, I think Dave just fell asleep or died. Don't know which. Could be the Taco Bell. You're also going to get this awesome Switch case, okay, which is, I'm not going to open it because it's zipped shut. Great. I also have a Ready Player One poster, which is down there. I'm not going to pick that up. And then one thing I've added this week, you're getting an Uncanny Comics vinyl decal.
Dude, that is awesome.
As well, and it's pretty big. It's bigger than that one. if you're on YouTube. That one's a tiny one. This is a little bit bigger, so you can put that in your car or wherever. So that's coming in there, officially licensed.
Now I'm
comic sticker, right? And then we have 2 other things coming. Dave. I'm sorry that giving things away to our Patreon supporters bores you.
No, you keep doing the ASMR on the book, man, and it's putting me asleep.
Oh my God, so stupid. Dave, what are you and Josh both are going to be sending a couple things for the giveaway prize pack. Would you let the folks know what it is you're contributing? Great, guys. Sound, ASMR, speaking of.
That'll put you to sleep right there.
It is my collection of Topo Chico bottle caps.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. How many of them did you say you figured out you had?
68.
That's great.
Dave, you got to get one more, man. Come on.
Nice.
Just to
have one more, because one more is always better.
To have one more is exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So you should do that. Excellent. So that will be also included. And finally, Josh is sending us some things. Josh, you want to run down what you're sending this way?
Yeah. I have actually a bunch of comics that I'm gonna send over that we can include in the box. Some number ones of like a couple recent books that I've been reading that I really, really like.
That's cool.
One of them is a new Bloodborne book.
Oh yes, I wanted to get that.
I have the number one for that I'll be sending over. And then a few other number ones, and then like just some other like random comics that I've got that I'm gonna send over. And excellent. Maybe 1 or 2 other things. I've got some stuff lying around.
Surprises.
Yeah. So
you never know. Carlisle's, one of his chains,
maybe I'll send Carlisle.
Oh wow,
what?
Well, you got to send him back. That's a lease, so you would have to send him back.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Cool. Yeah, I got a few baubles and trinkets laying around, so I may include a couple other things other than comics, but definitely comics for sure.
Excellent. All right, so that's it. Those are the things that are going in it, and here we are. I've counted everyone that's given money at $1 level or higher. I've arranged them on a sheet, numbered out right there. I'm not going to let you see the numbers, but there they are. And I have a random number generator right here on my phone, and we're going to hit the random number generator for the number of people that are here, and whatever number it lands on, that is the person that wins the prize pack. Are you ready? Are you ready to see this? Are you excited?
I'm so excited for this person.
Are you going to show the actual number thing on the screen while you do it?
Dude, I will show it. Ready?
This is can we just acknowledge this is a huge giveaway.
It's a lot of cool things. It's not a PS4, which if you recall, we did do, but
what?
The minimum wait, we did what now? The minimum somebody could have paid for this giveaway is $6.
Well, $1 technically. They could have one entry for 1 month.
What? Oh my gosh. And they're about to get a buttload of stuff.
Steal of the deal. Plus all the content that we've been doing for the last 6 months.
Oh my goodness. You can't afford, guys. This is what you get in to Patreon.
All right. So without further ado, here we go. Bump. Number 2. Number 2 on the list. Here we go. You're not going to believe it. Cecilia.
Hey!
So Josh can just keep all his stuff.
Wait a minute. Okay.
That's great.
So I'm just gonna say here, I know that Cecilia would very much appreciate a care package from South Dakota Gamer, but if we want to keep things just for everyone's
family
sake,
and everything, sure.
We can draw again because
you sure, Dave? You think that's fair?
She's just gonna throw my bottle caps away. That's what you're saying.
No, I would love to have those bottle caps, but.
Well, if you think that she's okay with that and being family, we didn't exclude her because she contributes every month, so true. She's definitely part of the community.
Yeah,
but we could do it again.
With that. Yeah,
okay.
I think she'd be all right with that.
All right, so
I don't want to make anybody mad.
Fair enough. Here we go. Doing it again.
I thought you said we were going to hit the button for as many times as people are in here.
No. Did you see that? So number 23?
23.
Michael Jordan.
Yes, Michael Jordan. Number 23 on the list.
Never heard of
You
him.
see it? Where is that? Right there at the top. Brian Seddon.
I
I know, it's really blurry. Mr. Brian Seddon, co-host, guest co-host last week and the week before. So
Brian,
since he's been on the podcast, we can't give it to him either. No.
You're one giveaway winner short. If
Yeah.
you would have won it last time, you would have got the prize for your kids, and they wouldn't have hated you.
Yeah, but he doesn't even care about this one because he's not on.
You give them watching bottle caps instead.
So I'm
lay
calling
them out on their backs, so when you walk out at night, you can step on them all.
I'm calling another audible, and I think we should just give it to Cecilia because Brian is a Star Wars hater. So
he hates Star Wars. We all know that. You heard it.
And women.
And women, especially women in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hates it. Can't stand it.
Yep.
So congratulations, Brian, on winning the prize pack. Once the guys send me their stuff, I'll pack it all up and get it your way. Cecilia, thanks.
That real fast, Brian.
Yeah, thanks for Cecilia, thanks for your patronage and your husband speaking up for you and willingness to give it away. Hopefully you're cool with that.
She's gonna listen and be like, what the heck?
I wanted those bottle caps.
Oh man.
All right. Well, that's all we got for that. We're going to go through just a couple news items that we felt needed to be addressed or should be addressed best. They need to know. It's old news for most of you at this point, probably. But I wanted to address it from our perspective and just kind of give you our thoughts on these big news items. Obviously, it seems like this year that the leaks and the rumors, that are confirmed by multiple sources but not official, there have been a lot of them this year compared to the last couple that I can recall.
It's kind of bumming me out a little bit.
Yeah, because you feel like you're not going to get the big surprise during the show,
right,
because we're seeing some of them now.
Yeah.
Back to Rage 2, from Walmart Canada's Twitter that leaked it, and then they just decided to announce it rather than pretend it didn't. To Fallout 76, for example, which was a planned reveal. It seems, though, from Bethesda, they had a 24-hour live stream with the Please Stand By with Bobblehead out there, and then came out and announced Fallout 76 is coming at some point. What do you guys think? Dave is making a lot of hand motions. So
because I think,
yeah, no, you think what?
Nah, talk about it later.
Okay,
I think this is on Dave's list.
Might be on his list.
Confidential list.
So all we know is that it is a game. It's called Fallout 76. That we saw a little trailer. They've really not given any other information about it, so nothing official. Jason Schreier over at Kotaku, known for his reporting of news, says that it is a online-centric game similar to like Rust or DayZ. And there's a lot of history with Fallout or with Shelter 76, Vault 76, in the other games and things of that nature in the timeline. So, Josh, I know you're probably the biggest Fallout fan, maybe not fan, but the biggest Fallout in player recently of Fallout 4. What is your brief thoughts on this game? Are you excited?
So I realized because I also finished Fallout 4 finally.
You did
over the weekend. Just because like all this, man, this was an emotional roller coaster when this announcement first came out. So I went home that day, and I was like, you know what, I'm jumping into Fallout, and then I realized that I had uninstalled it to like install something else. So I'd install it, and then I also had to install like all the patches and like all the extra content to make sure I had access to like all my weapons and stuff. So I didn't play it that night. I had to play it the following night, but I finished it. And I realized over the course of that, I think currently Fallout is my favorite video game franchise.
Wow.
Currently. So
you'd be super excited for this next one.
Yeah, I can't think of any other game that I would be as excited for as a new Fallout, with some caveats. If this is like, so there was like, for a second, there was like some rumors going around that this was going to be like, it was being made by somebody that just finished like a hero shooter or something.
The Austin studio, yeah, that was developing one, and then it got canceled.
Yeah, that does not excite me in the slightest. I have no interest in a Fallout hero shooter. I have more interest in a Fallout like survival / base building game, because I really enjoyed the base building in Fallout 4. I would be most excited for a New Vegas style spinoff or a mainline game. But
course.
That being said, like, I feel like if they take some of the elements from Fallout Shelter, which I fell off of very quickly, but I liked the idea of, at least, if they take some of those elements and mix it with some of the base building from Fallout 4, and maybe some other, like, take some other ideas from, you know, different like survival games or just the survival genre in general. I feel like this could be pretty good. Like, this could be like State of Decay level good. If they do it right. So I am excited for this. That trailer was just ambiguous enough to keep enough back for E3 that like this didn't necessarily bum me out as much as like some of the other reveals and stuff pre E3, but just like really, as long as it's not something dumb like a hero shooter, any additional Fallout is great. I'm so excited.
Any thoughts, Dave?
I think it's gonna be really cool. I mean, especially if it's like the rumors about being a survival Rust or something similar to like Ark Survival Evolved, which we've talked about before. How we all kind of like Chad, maybe hasn't played it as much and doesn't enjoy it as much as Josh and I do. But I was thinking initially, you know, I know that Josh really wanted a mainline or, you know, a next major installment of the game, but with his recent found adoration for Ark and his love and adoration for Fallout, this might really be a game that he surprisingly likes a lot. And I can see myself really getting into this because I really like the world of Fallout. I love dystopian stories, settings for games and any type of entertainment media. And then the idea of being able to play this with Josh or the Steel Brothers or you or whoever else from the community and our friends list, like, really sounds exciting to me. That world sounds like a cool idea.
As much time as you could spend building your base in Fallout 4, the one frustrating thing, and I think we talked about this at one point, but the one frustrating thing is like nobody else that's playing the game will ever see that unless you share pictures and like stuff like that. So the idea that you could do something like that and somebody else could like walk in and like take a tour, like, you know, like it's an interactive experience with other players, that I would really, really be into that. That sounds exciting to me.
And also, you know, I just thought of this as we were speaking, but the fact that you have a world like Ark or Rust or any of these other games where you constantly have PvP going on and you constantly have people trying to destroy what you're building, and you're just trying to build a community of players that can be on long enough on the server to where you can eventually grow that community or base or whatever you want to call it to where it can grow faster than people can tear it down. But there's always going to be people messing up what you're doing. And so in the long run, the world's not going to grow super well. And that fits into the storyline of Fallout because they never create a new world. It ends up everything ends up getting destroyed again. I mean, this is so that's kind of cool way to look at it. You know, a way to create a story where you know the ending isn't going to be great. But you could have fun getting to that point.
I'm interested to see. Undoubtedly, they'll show more at E3, and then you would imagine they've tweaked the building and the fort making and all that too. Like 3 years is a long time if they're focusing on that aspect of it, to make that even better. So undoubtedly it'll be better than the Fallout 4 version. So there you go, your Fallout 76 stuff. Today I saw a listing, possible slip up on Amazon of a July 31st release date, which was quickly changed to December 31st. But July 31st is indeed a Tuesday. And if they came out and announced, you know, showed you the gameplay, what it is, and says, and this will be out next month, and that would be a big deal, I think, if they did that. So, Fallout 76. Next, some Pokemon stuff. So Nintendo did a direct, Pokemon-centric direct last week. They did say that their mainline Pokemon game is on track to come out next year. First quarter, I believe they said, of 2019. But in the meantime, they have 3 Pokemon games that are coming out this year. First one was out right away for free. You can download it on your Switch. It's called, I can't remember what it's called now, Pokemon something, believe it or not. Pokemon name is there. And it looks like Minecraft version, like they're all squares. Carter's been playing it for the last 2 days nonstop. He loves it. I can't remember exactly what it's called now. Forgive me. And also there's going to be Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu coming out later this year. I think they said November. And that's going to be it's going to be on the Switch. It's going to be a culmination of what you're used to with Pokemon Go and the mainline RPG Pokemon style games. You're going to go out and you're going to fight Pokemon. You're going to capture them, things like that. And they're also coming out with a Joy-Con Pokeball. So you will feel the Pokemon in the Pokeball. It's got a little joystick on the front where the little, yellow or white circle is at. It's got a wrist strap, and you literally do the throwing motion to throw the Pokeball out to capture them. You can feel the Pokemon just like the HD Rumble and the Joy-Cons. It's basically another Joy-Con just in the shape of a circle. So that is coming out with the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu this coming November. So if you're into Pokemon, that's really exciting. I know my kids, my son specifically, he's 12, again, really excited for that, wants to play that game and is loving the game that's on now. And then you'll get your main next Pokemon game coming out early next year. So lots of Pokemon news.
That Pokeball controller is freaking genius. That is great. Almost cool. Enough. Like if I had a Switch, that would be almost enough to make me get this game and get that.
Undoubtedly, it'll be on Carter's wish list for
pretty
Christmas
cool
time this year.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty neat. Next, Lego DC Villains, another game that was leaked on the Canada Walmart Twitter page, is indeed a thing coming out, I think, in October, if I remember right. I did not put the date down. But you get to make your own Lego character, and you're part of the villains, and you go through and play as your own guy, and the villains are in charge. So I don't know if you fight the superheroes. They didn't really show a lot of that, but it's heavily featured with Joker and Harley. And it's a Lego game, and Lego games are great. So that looks cool.
Yep.
Next, Assassin's Creed. There's a picture going around on Twitter and Reddit of somebody, I think over in the UK, that works at Game, one of the GameStop affiliates or equivalents rather over there, had a keychain for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it was basically a Greek helmet, like a Spartan helmet on the keychain. That started making the rounds, and then later that evening, Ubisoft came out and said, yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a real thing. We'll see you and tell you more at E3. And it showed the Spartan kick right from 300, where one Greek soldier looks like he just chest kicks a guy off a mountain. It's like a 5-second GIF. But they confirmed that it is indeed a thing, and they're going to be talking about it at E3. I'm guessing, I don't know, I would be surprised if it doesn't come out this year then, which would go back on their, I mean, they didn't say from now on, but they did take a year off making Assassin's Creed games. Origins came out last year. Great game. I loved it. I still have a good time with it here and again. And this is a direct prequel, or sequel rather, to Origins. So you're going to have new protagonists. Apparently you can play either a man or a woman. Bayek and his wife, which I can't remember her name off the top of my head, are in the game, but you don't play as them. So it's a sequel to Origins, and I'd be surprised if it didn't come out this fall or winter.
This may be solely because of the setting, because it appeals to me very much.
Right.
This may be the first Assassin's Creed game I've bought in a very long time.
Yeah.
Will you want
to play Origins first to kind of get a feel for it, or
I don't know if you'll have to. If I end up doing that, I probably would, because Origins appealed to me more than like the Victorian London feel of Syndicate. Yeah. And then I think the last Assassin's Creed game that I played at all was like, did 3 or Brotherhood come
American
out?
Revolution.
Okay, so that's the last one I played. And so I missed out on Black Flag and like all the other stuff. So I know they've done cool stuff since then. But I haven't been excited about a setting or a backdrop for an Assassin's Creed game as much as I'm
beautiful,
excited about the
beautiful environments. I can't imagine how that's going to look.
Yeah,
like blue water and all.
Oh man, that's so exciting to me. That's a cool. Yeah.
And Origins tied in. There were some Greek people and Greek government there as well as Roman government, so it makes sense, timeline wise. So that's cool.
Dumb question. Assassin's Creed Origin, is that literally do they show the origins of the assassins and Templars and all them, or like?
Yeah,
okay,
they sure do.
Cool.
So, all right, and then lastly on the news list that I have is Patreon supporter Andy Complin, Papa Andy, messaged us today with his excitement for this Atari box pre-order. Now, Dave, you and him had some discussions back and forth. Personally, for me, it's a $200 thing, right? I think it is $200 pre-order. It's up on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or something like that. Do we know when it's going to actually come out? What comes with this? What's the deal? Okay.
I want to say next July.
Okay. So what all is included? It's $200. What do you get? Is this that black one or wood grain one? Is that what this is?
Yeah, you get 100 games, like Atari games. First of all, I mean they're bringing new games to the platform, but you automate. It comes preloaded or disc or something.
Okay.
With 100 games, including like classic Atari games like Adventure.
That's cool.
Galaga. All the other ones I can't remember. The ones we talked about before.
Got to get that ET on there.
Yeah, the controller. It's very, very well designed, well made.
Yes,
aesthetically, it is. I mean, the controllers, the use of the orange button, with all that stuff is great. And plus, you can actually get a joystick.
Yep,
old school, and play that as peripheral. It is very cool. And so, I never owned. Actually, I think my grandfather gave me his old Atari, and I played a lot of it when I was a kid, just because it was something else to do before my grandfather ended up getting like an Xbox 360. So I played all that, and I eventually graduated to PC and played Age of Empires and Doom and Command and Conquer and StarCraft, stuff like that. But I definitely cut my teeth on some Adventure and Galaga and those other games where you hit the castle breakers. I don't know what's the name of it, but stuff like that. Cool things that I think as a gamer, as is the kind of gamer I am, this would be me buying a piece of nostalgia.
Yeah.
The N64 or not N64, the SNES Classic and the NES Classic, I want those because I love Nintendo and I love those games, and I will play some of those games. I will play those more than I will play this Atari right off the bat, not knowing what these new games are going to be. But I'm still willing to pay $200 for. I don't know. It's really nostalgic to me.
Memories, yeah, right.
And they make it look so much like. I don't know if you ever had one, but the one that we had was one. It was just a box that wasn't that much thicker than the one they were portraying on their ads, and it had those grooves in it that this has in it, and it had these little switches on the top. They were like
all the toggles, yeah,
and it was just a top loader.
Yep.
And that was really cool, and it looks very similar to that. The control, obviously, the joystick is identical. The controller looks very similar, even though it's a modern style controller. I'm really curious to see where they will go with all of the integrated online services and stuff, and what actually they're going to do. Are they going to make it just like our PS4s and Xbox, where you can do Netflix and all that stuff from it, or what?
Sure,
I don't know. But it is a very, it's a bold step back into the gaming industry,
and it's done over like $2 million in the first weekend that it's been up, or something like that, right? It's just going, I think, better than most people expected. So that's exciting. All right.
I'm way into this idea. I don't know if I'm into. Sorry, I don't know if I'm into it enough to like pre-order. But especially like Dave was saying for the nostalgia, but also especially for like the promise of Atari saying, "Hey, like there will be new games
stuff,
for this as well." That man, everything about it, like Dave was saying.
I gotta say, anybody who loved Atari or played Atari, and you have any memories of it, I think you'd be surprised. Just check out the page Google it, find out where the page is, and look at some of the stuff they present. Watch some of the videos. I guarantee you, most, if not all of you, if you can remember playing it, which means that somewhere your mind has retained that information for some reason, I think you'll find a lot of nostalgia in it. Mm-hmm. I knew this was cool. Like, this was cool to me. But when I watched the it's not Kickstarter, like you said, but their little presentation, I was exponentially more, I don't know if I'm using the word right.
Yeah, no, I get
more excited about it than I was before.
Can't you play a lot of these games elsewhere for much cheaper? Why is it on the box that makes it a big deal? Because I'm pretty sure you can play a lot of those games on at least PC.
You can.
So what is it about the box set? Is it just having that dedicated system and the look of it that makes it appealing to?
I think it's the same way you could buy a Raspberry Pi and play all your Nintendo games, but the Nintendo things are only 60, 50, whatever bucks. But
sure.
You know that there's people that would pay more for those. I mean, as we've seen, people
for sure,
versions of these things.
Yeah,
true. But they weren't scalped, and they say they came out when it was $100. People would still buy that.
Yeah,
I agree.
I would say at the $200 price point, there's got to be more power in this thing than just playing retro games. So, especially if they're promising again
new stuff,
games.
Yeah.
So there has to be more to it. Like Dave was saying, like some of the online integration stuff, like apps and different things.
So it's the future too.
Yeah. So right off the bat, it is pretty interesting how now it's a more powerful thing, but they put 100 of their games on it.
Yeah.
Like even Nintendo could have easily put 100 games, even games that weren't highly reviewed. They could have easily just thrown more on there.
There's that guy that's contacted us. Remember on the Super Nintendo Classic says send them to me and I'll put whatever games you want on it. So yeah,
I just think they did a good job of presenting their library and the actual console. And not to say that the Nintendo thing was really cool. Making them literally mini versions of themselves is really cool. But this is not just let's be nostalgic. This is a reinvention and a re-entry into the gaming industry and into gamers' living rooms. And they did a really good job with it.
And 100 games sounds really good, and it is. But like you were saying, Chad, like those I don't even know what games they're including yet. I don't know if they've announced that yet, but there are a ton of games available. Like you can buy collections on Steam and elsewhere. There's those like dumb little like plug and play cheap things you get from like Walgreens and stuff like that. So a lot of these games are available elsewhere for much cheaper, but I think it's a class move to just say, you know what, like you're getting a ton of stuff with this right off the bat, and then there's more to come. And I feel like if that controller is any indication, it'll be like some more modern stuff.
Cool.
So
excellent. Well, there you go. So if you're interested in that, I think it's Indiegogo is where they're at over there. Check it out. I think I'm in the same camp as you, Josh. I probably won't pre-order it, but based on Dave and Andy's input and just how it is received by everybody, that may be something I have to pick up, just as like Dave said, as a gamer that I am. So, and
you can go and back it without completely pre-ordering it.
Okay, yeah, you can give them money without that. You get different rewards based on the levels that you do?
Yeah, like you can go on there and give them like it's $2.99. It's not $200, by the way. $2.99 will get you the Atari VCS Collector's Edition, which is the Atari VCS Collector's Edition and the Atari Classic Joystick. The Classic Joystick you can get just for $29 backing. They'll send you the Atari Classic Joystick. For $49, you can get the modern controller. Yeah,
I think if I remember, the wood grain's the $299. I think the black one might be $199. Maybe that's where that $200 price was coming. Because they have the wood grain one and then the black one, like black finish.
You gotta get that wood grain for sure.
Oh man, it's so awesome.
All right. Well, let's move on. We're a half hour or so into the show, and now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of our episode, and that is our E3 predictions.
E3.
So we're each going to do
yeah. Okay, sorry.
Get hype.
We're each gonna do 10, and then we're gonna take one additional one that's kind of crazy, outlandish, that isn't necessarily gonna count, unless we get it right. Then we'll count it, obviously. So 10 predictions, similar to last year.
So Chad,
yes,
why do you have 13? Is it because?
Well, some
You
of them
weren't sure.
because I just started. Yeah, some I might take out. I mean, if we double up, because we did an outline and we've got them listed, but Dave's just disappeared throughout the week, so we may double up. I don't know. I just want to be prepared for whatever may happen. So we're just gonna go 3 in a row, or we're gonna go. Each one of us will do one at a time. We'll just kind of go in order here.
It's because Chad doesn't want to make number 6 if one of my predictions isn't one of my predictions.
We got a little okay. So last year I went back and listened, and I gave them grief both about not doing gimme predictions, things that were obvious, and then immediately I gave a gimme prediction, and I was unfairly so scrutinized for that, and so I didn't necessarily say anything about that this year. But I was called out on the carpet for some of my predictions being gimme predictions. It's a whole thing. It's not interesting. You really don't. It doesn't matter, and it's really hard to convey exactly what happened. So, suffice it to say, we've had some back and forth here this week.
Let's just say Josh and Evan. Chad's not being very bold on some of these. I mean,
Some of the back and forth on this outline, like over the past week, has
in text form. Yeah,
it's very funny.
Yeah. We have a good time.
Sure to highlight and colorize everything so we would know who's saying what.
Dave redacted his entire list.
Yeah. Completely.
Yep.
All right. Well, being that the case, Dave is going to start us off.
What?
So, yeah, you're first on the list there. So
because you did it. You just choose. We're not going to draw.
I don't think we drew last year.
So every year you pick who goes first. You make sure you know.
I guess
who's given the
I
last
didn't really make it that big of a deal.
Okay,
but I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Do you not want to go first?
No, fine. I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna go in order of the conference anyways. It doesn't really matter what order my predictions are in. I'm gonna start with EA since they go first on Saturday.
That's correct.
We are going to get some new information on the secret, much anticipated Star Wars title from EA. Now, I said this, we had some problems the last 2 E3s about this, and there were like half points, I think, given for some of it, and we had some arguments about what was going to be shown, and then what was shown was just like the character taking 3 steps, and one of us wanted to say that was gameplay footage, one of us wanted to say
story
else.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say some new info because I think, first of all, I think they need to capitalize on the fact that Star Wars is a buzz right now, whether it's good or bad talk or whatever. And I think they owe it. I think even though they know that they're greedy, everyone's talking about them being greedy, this and that, microtransactions, all that stuff. I think they just need to give us something that makes us hopeful again, that makes us happy that they're doing this and not mad and thinking they took away the visceral game and they're going to give us something we don't want. I think they're going to show us something. I think they need to show us something that we want, that we think, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, we had the ad come out for like a lead designer, so it makes you think it can't be close.
Yeah, it's probably pretty early, but it would be cool to see, even if it's just a title screen. Or
they had to keep some of the visceral game, you would think, right?
It's a lot of work to just throw away.
So let's hope they show us something, even if it's
I would be cool with that
or something.
That'd be great. All right, good. Josh, do you want to go second, or do you want me to?
Sure.
The option.
Sure.
Okay.
So this is actually, I think, the only one on the list that I was worried might be a gimme prediction, because Valve has already said that they are getting back into the video game business, like actually producing software. But I'm predicting that Valve announces whatever the new game is that they have in development, because one would assume that they have something that they're working on. So I'm predicting Valve announces whatever that new game is that's in development And then I said maybe Half-Life 3 or Portal 3. Maybe.
That'd be crazy.
I've said Half-Life 3 for like the last, I don't know how many E3 shows.
With the rest of the world, right?
Where
do you think? Not this doesn't go to your prediction, but where do you think that they would show it? What stage? Who would they show? So
that's. I almost didn't include this because I wasn't sure what part of E3 they would show this at. So I'm not sure that they would show this on a stage. They may just announce this during E3 at some point.
Sure, they're just making an announcement during that time frame.
Yeah, because like
they do have the PC show.
That's true. That's true. And I mean, like Portal was on consoles too, so like it's conceivable that it could go up at one of the consoles conferences, but you know, like because Valve doesn't really do a conference, I wasn't sure that they would announce it at a conference, maybe just make the announcement during the show. So, and
you know what? Honestly, I'd rather have Portal 3 than Half-Life 3. To be honest with you, like,
I'll be honest with you, I would too. I was going to say, I realized as I was typing this, I think Portal 3 I might be more excited about. I definitely would be more excited.
Love a new Portal game. That would be awesome. Great. All right. I was looking because I was like, oh yeah, we should go in order of the conferences or whatever. I didn't think about that. We should have done that, but I don't think I have anything for EA specific. So I'm just gonna go in a random order. But it just so happens that'll be my first one here, dealing with Nintendo. I think this is a long shot, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping that making the prediction makes it come true. And that is that we will get a Mario Maker game for the Switch.
I really hope that happens too.
I don't know if it'd be a port of what they've done already, or if it'll be a brand new game. I kind of hope it'd be a brand new one, but I think we're going to get something Mario Maker related.
But that's because
I would too if I got nothing. Right. Yeah, I would too. So that's my first one, something with Mario Maker.
That just makes a lot of sense.
You would think so. You would think so. Especially because they're not going to have a Mario game come out this year because they just did. So, all right, Dave, number 2.
I make this one almost every year, and I think every year they've disappointed me. But I'm really hoping that it will be a good one, first of all. But I'm mainly hoping that they'll do it at all. Microsoft is going to announce an entirely new IP. They need a new IP.
They need one. They need some new stuff.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. I'd be excited.
Anthem's not Microsoft, right? Anthem's third party.
Yeah, that's EA.
We originally thought there was some talk. Maybe that was going to be the case, but
no,
it wasn't.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They do need. You know what? I feel like both consoles need a new IP at the moment.
Microsoft more so, I think. I mean, true. New IP is always good, but Sony's been killing it lately with theirs. I like it. All right, Josh.
Okay, so this is probably my I'm hanging everything on this prediction.
Everything.
You hear this, Evan? If he doesn't get this, he's conceding.
Wait, no,
this is win or lose.
I don't think that's what I meant. But I've made this prediction.
Recorded now.
I've also made this prediction for the last few years, and this is the first year it seems like it may finally happen. So PSN name changes are announced. They are free up to a certain limit for PS Plus subscribers. There is a small fee for everyone else, but the first one is free for everybody.
Wow.
And you can do it right now.
Oh man, that is a lot. There's potential points in there all over the place. I like it.
That would require a firmware update, correct?
I would assume so. You would have to assume it would be a new firmware.
We did just get one a week or so ago.
But yeah.
It can happen.
It can happen. It could totally happen.
Listen, I am so excited about the idea of not having a dirty sounding PSN name.
Josh.
And it was completely innocent and unintentional.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe the technology has already been implemented in the firmware update.
Dude, I was going to say, what if they stealth released this ability already and they just haven't like unlocked it or something?
Right. It's possible.
Well, what's his name? I forget who it was. Did tell Greg Miller last year that Sean Layden, that hopefully he won't have to ask.
Yeah,
if that's going to happen again by next PSX.
Yeah,
right, which happens in the wintertime. So
he was very evasive, but he did literally say, "I hope you don't have to ask me this question again next year."
Right.
So
yeah. Cool.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. Next for me, I'm just going to stick with the order here. And we did see a leak possible that this is something that is going to happen, but nothing confirmed. And that I think Fortnite is going to be coming to the Switch.
This makes a lot of sense too.
See, I'm not sure it does. It makes sense in the aspect that they want to get their game to every platform. Mm-hmm. But Nintendo is just not good at online games currently. Like,
well,
can you imagine the system? Yeah, but I'm talking about the cooperative nature you need with Fortnite. I mean, if you're playing solo, I get it.
Yeah, right.
And it's on, I mean, it's on mobile phones right now.
It's on phones. That's true.
That's true. It's just to play it. I mean, who? Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is just a money thing. Yeah, just money at this point.
Ideally, it's probably not where you want to play.
It would also make sense for Nintendo to do something that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's also true. So we'll see. It was a possible leak. Nothing was confirmed. Obviously, Nintendo hasn't really done anything like that they don't want to confirm. But money wise, yeah, it makes sense. It's just making tons of money on phones and everywhere else. It would be shocking if they didn't try to put it in.
It's just weird. I mean, I know it happens, and I know people do it all the time with their consoles. When I think of a shooter, I never think of something that I can't hardwire. Like, sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I know plenty of people play their first-person shooters on wireless, but it's just weird.
That's a bad experience in my experience.
For sure.
Yeah. Especially since it's still so up in the air about how powerful this thing really is, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, you have to get your phone out to talk to your teammates too.
Like some games require more memory than the actual system has. You have to buy some cards just to play certain games.
If Fortnite comes to Switch, will it be the first game that people literally like conference call each other in order to have like game chat instead of
Discord,
instead of the weird whatever Nintendo's got going on?
It would make sense. We'll see.
And again,
it's free, I'll get it. Right. So
and to basically reiterate what I said, it doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't mean I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nintendo gets their carts before their horses. I feel like a lot, or sometimes they just send out carts without horses, and they're like, "We'll buy the horse later. We'll figure the horse out later. Here's the cart."
Yeah,
don't put it in your mouth because it tastes bad.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Good one. Staying with Microsoft for one more here. I think that I backtracked a little bit just because they've let me down so much in the past. I feel like they're going to announce that they're working on a VR component that'll be compatible with their console. I originally thought they're going to announce one, but like similar to what they did last year with the Xbox One X with Scorpio, where they kind of had a presentation about how powerful it's going to be. Here's what it can do. And they had some short interviews of people talking about how powerful it is.
Yeah.
I think maybe they'll show something similar to that because they are they've got a foot ahead. And some of it has to do with just because they've lost this generation's race for sure. So they're kind of already taking a step into the future of what consoles is. So I think they're going to still show some of these new things that the One X is capable of.
Do you mean
make sense?
Are you talking about like an official Microsoft VR headset? Like there's a PlayStation VR?
Like, I'm not going to be that specific. I think that whether they find a way to incorporate Oculus or they find a way to incorporate something like that.
I thought Oculus already did work with the Xbox One.
It does. No. It works with Microsoft PCs.
Yeah,
but the Xbox One does not have any kind of virtual reality that goes with it at all. That would make sense. That's what I was going to say. Is
that makes a lot of
partnered
sense
with Oculus and they do all that AR stuff that they've been working on. And
see, I thought that's the thing that scared me. That's the thing that scared me. Like, well, maybe they're going to stick with augmented reality instead of VR. But PlayStation VR has done very well, and even though it reached a little bit of a plane, it seems like it's starting to take off again. Games are starting to kind of shoot out a little bit more, and they're doing some cool things with it. So I think that they need to get into the VR race. VR is here to stay.
Yeah,
I think it's here to stay. They're still learning, but it had a
really just continue to get better.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna announce that they're doing something. Maybe not. They don't know when it's gonna happen or how it's gonna happen, but I want to see them talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that'll help. Like, competition is always good. So that may spur PlayStation to really like step up their game too, which I think would be great.
I was honestly surprised it wasn't announced when they announced Scorpio.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, number 3.
Number 3. All right. Death Stranding. It's coming. Hideo Kojima is working hard. He's head down, just pounding out a game for us, and I'm excited. I couldn't be more excited. I might be more excited for the Death Stranding game than I would be for a new Fallout game, possibly.
Wow.
I'm very excited about this game as well. So what I'm saying is we've seen trailers. They've been weird. What I'm saying is we see actual gameplay footage of Death Stranding this year at E3. I don't know how long it'll be, but
I think it has to happen. I'm pretty sure they've already said that someone has played like an hour of this, right?
People have said they played it. Yeah.
People have played like a section of the game, which I think is like roughly like an hour worth of gameplay. But everything we've seen, they said, has been in engine. Like all the cutscenes have been in engine. But we haven't seen any actual gameplay footage yet
that we know of.
Well, that's true that we know of.
What if we actually seen footage?
Dude, you know,
what would be show some of the same thing you've already seen?
Exactly, dude. Oh, I was just gonna say that.
Playing it.
Yeah, and they're like, this was gameplay footage the whole time.
Dude, what about the report? We're getting more and more reports. That it's possible that we've been playing this game already.
That there's social.
Is that not bizarre? Yeah. It's such a
Kojima
thing, and I don't. Gosh, I want to know more about this.
Dude, what if it's like
really
this?
Is a master.
I am Mayo, or like what if it's like these dumb games like that, and Hideo's like, it's all part of it.
You've been clicking on it the whole time.
Yep. that cookie clicker you've been playing.
That's the game.
Yep. So yeah, cool. I think we get gameplay.
What if Hideo Kojima in the gameplay footage of Death Stranding changes his PSN name?
Oh my gosh.
Don't you want to save this for your number 11 prediction? And then Robert Downey Jr. comes out and he says, that just happened.
And then the Black Eyed Peas come out and they're the ones playing the soundtrack, but they're doing it live every time you play the game.
And then Robert Downey Jr. puts on a real Iron Man suit and flies away.
Yep.
It'd be great.
Done. I love it.
Jr., you keep bringing that up.
It seems like it fits with you. Either we could have Harrison Ford then instead. All right, number 3 for me. I'm going to say, I'll go with Microsoft. I think we are going to get the alluded to new Splinter Cell game. They're going to announce that it is indeed real, and it's going to be announced on Microsoft's stage.
All right.
New Splinter Cell game with Microsoft. Doesn't mean that it's going to be, Xbox exclusive or even timed exclusive, but Microsoft will be the ones that show whatever they show for the new Splinter Cell game on their stage.
Chad, what's your call on the story? Is Sam Fisher back in the United States and the CIA's good graces, or is he still rogue?
I heard a really cool possible thought today that I hadn't thought about until today. That what are you shaking your head at? What?
This is what I think you're gonna say.
Okay. I was listening to Kind of Funny and their Gamecast, their predictions, and Greg Miller said something about what if it's a new character, brand new guy, He's it's a Splinter Cell game. You hear the noise and the lights and everything, and it's a new guy. It's not Sam Fisher. And everyone's like, oh man. And then he gets back to headquarters, and this chair turns around, and there's grizzled old Sam Fisher, Batman Beyond.
Yeah, Batman Beyond.
Right, and this is the new kid.
Yeah.
That I thought that was a great idea.
I like that.
So
idea.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Sam Fisher's great to play with, and since he was in the Wildlands DLC, it makes sense that would make me believe that they're bringing him back in. So, or at least the original voice actor. So I think that would be a cool thing to do.
That's the direction I'm hoping they go with Mission Impossible at some point. Ethan Hunt comes off of the field, and he's like directing like the new young guy, like whoever he is.
Did you see Tom Cruise's Instagram?
Yes,
he did literally
feel the need.
A Halo. No.
Oh, the Halo jump one.
Yeah, he did a Halo jump.
He literally did a Halo jump stunt.
Dude, how old is he?
Say what I know. He's in his 50s.
Born in
it's insane.
Say what you will about Tom Cruise, however crazy he is or whatever, and maybe that's why he does this stuff. But he's a tough son of a gun. That guy.
Yeah, he's talented. He knows his day of his death, and so he's just not afraid of anything.
That's true.
The largest the largest wind tunnel thing to train for that. Like they trained for it and then did several jumps to get the tape where a guy with a camera is falling below him and they were talking about it saying, people don't understand. Like this isn't just, you jump out of a plane. You have to stand on the ground for like 20 minutes breathing in so you can prepare your body for the decompression that happens up at 20,000 or whatever, however high it is.
It's like
what those going like 160 or something miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like what those like super deep divers do, because they don't have like any equipment. They do the same thing. They like do breathing exercises first. Man,
wait a second. Wasn't Tom Cruise in a movie like that too?
Or exercise. He's a great exerciser. He's a great actor. I don't know.
There's a movie about deep sea diving. I'm trying to think of who the actor was. I want to say Tom Cruise. I could be wrong. Where they took deep breaths over and over and over, and then they would dive. They literally were like testing. It was like a competition who could dive the most, and they would grab onto like an elevator.
Harry Potter. You're thinking Harry Potter. Yeah. When
they have those
competitions and save the people.
Like you have to like
grab onto something and dive
to a depth. Yeah, and then swim back up.
Cool. All right, there you go. Dave, number 4.
Number 4, I'm gonna be talking about Bethesda. So this is why we're gonna go back to the Fallout 76 announcement that we did. I think that July 31st was a slip up because they don't know how soon it's coming out. I think they've been told to expect. Retailers have been told to expect this game, and they put a release date that's at the end of the window they've been given. And I think they were given this window because they didn't want it to leak how soon it is. And I think what's going to happen is that when they talk about Fallout 76 at the reveal of it, they are going to say that it's going to be shipping to retailers this week.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I think.
So what would be the date on that?
Retail version
would you want to give the exact
Tuesday
date?
Of E3.
So the 12th, right?
I'm not. That's not part of my prediction. I just think
the
12th is going to be the 12th. I think it's going to ship this week. I was almost going to specifically say that you could digitally download it that day. You could digitally purchase it, but I don't know if they would go. I don't know if they would alienate
people that can't download it.
People that can't get the
that makes sense. So are you saying? So your prediction is they'll say it's coming out this week?
Yes,
that's your prediction. Okay.
Yes.
Or they're like, and your local retailer has this game right now.
I know. I want to say that
this week,
but that would be a Sunday.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, for Bethesda,
that'd be great. That would definitely fit with how they announced Fallout 4. It's a much shorter window, but
or is it a Monday?
Yeah.
You know,
Bethesda's on Sunday night, 8:30. Yeah. So yeah,
that'd be great.
Cool. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be huge.
Digitally. Wait, where is E3? What time zone?
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at
8:30 our time, 8:30 Central Time.
Oh,
so it'll be 6:30 there. Yeah, 6:30 there.
I'm gonna say, because if it landed in the midnight,
Eastern time,
digital would be available right then.
Yeah,
but it's not.
It's true.
Okay, cool. That's a good one.
Or they could say available tonight at midnight.
They could.
At least a demo. No?
This week includes all of those things, so you're safe on that for sure. All right, Dave or Josh, number 4.
All right, number 4, PSVR. We know it, we love it. I'm calling that they announce I didn't put the word permanent in the outline, but I'm calling that they announce a permanent PSVR price drop on the current headset. I feel like they have to talk about PSVR at this conference. They didn't talk about it a ton last year, and that was surprising to me.
Expected, yeah.
So I feel like they have to talk about it this year. So
what do you think? Yeah.
And like at some point within all that, like maybe at the end of the conference, they say, it's more affordable now. We're dropping the price to like, I don't know, what's it at? Like $200 for just a headset?
I'm not sure. That's what I was going to ask you. What do you think that permanent price drop brings it down to?
I feel
that's like part of your prediction, but just what do you think?
I feel like they drop it like maybe $50 or so.
From where it is.
Yeah. So like I got the bundle. I wasn't trying to get this bundle, but I got the bundle with the headset, the Move controllers, the camera, and a game. And I think I got it for like $300. And that was during that crazy sale. Mm-hmm. But there were bundles that were like $200 that were just a headset and like a camera or something, which is originally what I was going for. So I feel like they like whatever the bundle prices are currently,
$50 less.
They drop 50 off of each.
That would get my attention
to make it more accessible. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like there are people that have been holding out for a price drop. PSVR has been out long enough, I think. And it's in enough people's homes now to where they've gotten the evangelists, like the people that already have it, to like spread the word, show people how cool it is. Maybe people have tried it out. And at this point, people are like, yes, I'm interested. I will get this if only it was more affordable. Right. And I would also assume by now they have to be looking at making tweaks or upgrades to the current headset, like maybe a version 2 coming out in the next few years. And there's a ton of there's a bunch of games out there now for it. So if they can make it make sense for people, I think they could get it into a lot more people's homes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Next for me, sticking with Microsoft, I think we're going to get the not talked about. We have not heard one peep about this at all from Microsoft, leaked or rumored or otherwise, but I think it's time for Halo 6 to be announced. And because some may think that that's a gimme to say just by itself, I'm going to say that it would make sense that it should come out this winter, but because of the crowded fall with Red Dead 2 specifically, also Battlefield, and also Call of Duty and all the things that are going on there, I think they're going to announce that Halo 6 is coming. We're going to get some information on Halo 6, and it's going to come out, I'm going to say they're going to give like first quarter 2019 or early 2019. It's going to have an early 2019 of some kind attached to it. So Halo 6 not coming out in the fall when it always has, but instead coming out early 2019.
Do you think this wraps up the Master Chief story, the Halo story?
It seems like it should, but I don't know how they keep going without him, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where Halo 5 was, Master Chief against Blue Team, I think they're going to, this isn't part of my prediction, but I think they're going to heavily imply and let everyone know that Master Chief is the guy. It's all about Master Chief. The story's about Master Chief. You play as Master Chief the whole time. Everything's about Master Chief. So that because a lot of people didn't like, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. John, I think it was John. No, John is Master Chief's name. I can't think of the other protagonist that was in Halo 5, but people did not necessarily like him. Locke. That's it. That's where John came from, the Locke. Yeah, so I think it's going to be they're heavily going to focus on Master Chief. Personally, I think it would be a good idea for them to be done with his story, but I don't know a Halo game without a Master Chief, how well that would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even with a brand new protagonist, or that is Halo. He is Halo. Master Chief is Halo. He's Mr. Halo. And I don't know how they keep going without that. But
what if they clone him?
I mean, yeah, sure. Will we get to see his face? Will he take his helmet off and we'll see his face this time for the very first time ever? I don't know. Ending a trilogy, second part trilogy, has a lot of things they could do. So Halo 6, early 2019.
Nice.
All right, Dave, number 5.
I'm getting into the Ubisoft conference. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm Square Enix first, number 5. I think we're going to get some type of footage of the Avengers project.
Ooh. I totally forgot that was happening.
Did you guys see the rumor today?
No.
I don't think I sent it to you. There's a rumor going around, 4chan and all that, so take it with a grain of salt, that it's going to be a reboot of the what were those Avenger games that they did on the 360 and PS3. For crying out loud. Dave, we played them a little bit. I love them. And all of a sudden I'm blanking on the names.
I know what you're talking about.
Marvel's, hold on. I sent my brother this thing. Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah.
It's going to be a reboot, like brand new, just like they did with God of War. Brand new reboot for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So,
you don't mean like the same play style or like viewpoint.
Possibly. Just like God of War is the same kind of game, but different completely. I think it's going to be a brand new envisioning of what Marvel Ultimate Alliance was. I don't think it'll be a top-down Diablo style, but more probably third-person action adventure, but with the teaming and the powers and things like that.
I think I'm hoping more for like a third-person action adventure type.
They're planning on, is from what I've read, this is also a long-term plan. Like they're not just doing one game, and it's going to be a series of games, I mean, I don't want to see them redo something unless they do
something brand new.
Yeah.
Dave, do you think main character in this game is probably Iron Man? Or do you think it's Cap?
It just seems it seems like I thought they were, from what I've read, it seems like they're really tying it into the Marvel that everyone knows right now.
Yeah.
Which is
really?
The cinematic universe. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be more like that. Because
that's the feeling I got.
They released weren't those legitimate pictures they released? Images where it showed Cap's shield. It looked like it was damaged.
That was the trailer or whatever they did last year. Yeah, that was the trailer they did last year.
It seemed like it had to do with a battle, something that had happened, something that
I'd be surprised if they attached it to the cinematic universe. I guess personally, I feel like because comic books, right? There's so many different storylines with same characters, even in comic books, running at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't be upset if it were, but I'd be surprised. But either way, I'm excited to see whatever it is because I'm ready for a cool Avengers game.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good one, right? Because we've got
a cool good one.
We've gotten Avengers games in the past. Ultimate Alliance was not bad.
No, I love those games.
I just don't think I'm not excited for that this time around.
They'd have to be a reimagining, similar to God of War, where it's so much different and better that it grabs people. But
okay, check this out.
Footage from Avengers.
You can throw Cap's shield and then recall it.
Hold on. Getting crazy here.
What if you could upgrade it?
T'Challa,
the same stuff from God of War.
T'Challa made him a shield that he could throw and then recall.
It's got a homing magnetic thing on his wrist.
Come on now.
Very good, very good. All right, Josh, number 5.
Number 5. All right. Days Gone gets a release date. I know we've got I think we've already got a window.
Yeah. I think the latest is March 2019, I think, that they say fiscal year 2018.
So I think we get a release date.
Release date.
For Days Gone.
Okay. Seems feasible.
Yeah.
Do you think it's do you think it'll be next year, or do you think they'll squeeze in at the end of this year?
My optimistic, hopeful side says holiday this year, but I don't think they'll crowd it in before 2019.
It's a lot coming out this year.
Springtime seems like a good time for it.
So are you going to be bold and you're saying a date, or are you predicting a window?
Oh man.
You said date.
I know. I'm
predicting that we get a release date.
That's a specific day.
Are you asking?
Like a November 16th is a date.
Are you asking that if I will predict?
You don't have to predict the day.
No, yeah, you don't have to predict it.
You don't have to predict the day, but it's going to be,
No, I'm saying we get an actual release date. Like they tell us this game will be released
a specific day.
This day. Yeah.
Yeah. That's bold. That is. I like it. All right, but will Evan like it? That's the question. All right, number 5 for me. So now I'm getting to the point where which one do I want to take from here? I'm going to say I'll go with some Sony stuff here. I think we're going to get a new remaster of a classic PlayStation game will be announced. Like we got the Shadow of the Colossus, Crash Bandicoot, Medieval from last year. I think we're going to get a new announcement of a classic PlayStation game being remastered or remade.
I almost said this. Which one do you which one do you think? I just couldn't think of it enough.
Yeah, I think what was it? I seen some thoughts on it. Is it SOCOM? People are talking maybe SOCOM would be a good candidate for that. But I don't know. I was not plugged in to the Sony, group that early. I was still with Nintendo and stuff like that. So I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia for that, but I know there's a lot out there.
Because the Spyro thing is happening, right? That is a thing.
Yes, that is indeed a thing.
Okay. So far we've got Crash Bandicoot, we've got Spyro,
Shadow of the Colossus, Medieval's coming.
And what was that? Oh yeah, Medieval. That was the one last year.
Yeah, last year.
As well as Parappa the Rappa.
Right.
So yeah, this seems feasible.
All right, Dave, number 6.
Number 6, Ubisoft. Now, I had some things I wanted to do with this, but I'm gonna be bold on this one again. I'm gonna say The Division 2 will introduce a battle royale mode.
Oh wow,
ooh, that is bold. Here's the real question: can you close doors?
The doors
in the battle royale mode.
Interesting.
They would have to change some stuff. You obviously couldn't hit guys 80 times in the head.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they do have some of the structure though in place.
Yeah. You look at Wildlands. I mean, it's the same company, so
yeah,
that's good on how that would be. Wow, that'd be really cool.
Interesting.
All right, Josh, number 6.
Number 6, zero mention, none by anyone official of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, they just ignore it, huh?
We go the entire E3 without them mentioning Final Fantasy VII Remake at all.
Dang.
The reason I think this is they've made it pretty clear we are a very long way from getting this game. From even like if they're doing it in installments like they said they were going to do, we're a long way from getting even the first one. Mm-hmm. And I think they run the risk of really, really souring people on this if they mention it at all and then say, and we're still a long ways away, so bear with us. Right. Like we're hiring at the studio that's making this game right now. So I think they just lay under the radar, don't mention it at all. Maybe come up with some updates like a few months after the fact.
Yeah, but save it for PSX if you're going to show something.
Yeah, but I think there's zero mention of it.
Interesting. All right, seems legit. Number 6 for me, I'm going to say that back to Microsoft, I think we're going to get an announcement of a new Fable game. So the rumor is out there that Play 10, the guys that make the Forza games, are working on something new. And there's been a lot of speculation that maybe Fable. As you know, Fable has been at least the first one and even the second one was beloved Microsoft property exclusively. Fable 3 didn't do as well. They've canceled the Fable game since. Peter Molyneux is out. So these are the guys that make the car games, possibly making the Fable game. I think Microsoft has to show, just like Dave was saying, they need a new IP. I agree with that. I think they need to bring something that Microsoft fans love, which is Fable. And I think they need to bring that back to reinvigorate the excitement for a Microsoft exclusive game. So I think it'll still be exclusive. And I think we're going to see, I don't know if we'll see a trailer, or if we'll just see a title screen, but a new Fable game is going to be shown, announced at some point during that conference.
That would be very exciting.
I would like to see a new Fable game. I liked Fable.
Heck yeah. Chicken Chaser.
That first game, man, was great. So cool.
The choices you made, like you could affect, how you looked, how people looked at you, which for me, that was the first time I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, that predated Mass Effect, right?
I think so.
Yep. That was, as far as I remember, that's the first Karma system.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the first one I was introduced to for sure.
Yeah.
So blew my mind. So cool.
That's pretty good. Nobody even told me that your character would change how he looked depending on what you did.
Right.
And so but I remember somebody saying like, oh yeah, you're like, it matters, like if you're good or bad. And then I was playing the game and then I was making all evil decisions. And I noticed, I was like, man, my character looks sick.
Horns. Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. And then eventually he starts growing horns and he's just like got these like beady, like yellow eyes and like just like horrible skin.
Yeah. So great. Cool. All right, Dave, number 7.
Okay. Another Ubisoft one. I think that a new Splinter Cell game is obviously coming. I think that the leaks and rumors have been over the top, and I think they've been suggesting this is happening, but I'm not going to say anything about, predicting that a new Splinter Cell game is coming. I am going to predict what this game is about based off of information that we already have.
Rumored.
Nope, it is not rumored information.
Oh, it's official?
Yes, it is. I think this game is going to be it's going to have the reprisal of Michael Ironside doing the voice. I think he is going to be back as Sam Fisher. It's going to be Sam Fisher's going to be the character that you play. Maybe not the only character you play, but he will be the protagonist. I think that now this is not necessarily a prediction because this can't be decided until the end game. I think this will be Sam Fisher's last mission. And I think it will focus on a stolen nuclear weapon. And that will be the story of this game. Now, the gameplay and all that stuff, I'm really excited to see because I know they're going to do something different. They did something different with Conviction, which I really liked. A lot of people crap on that game. I really liked that game. Blacklist was completely different. It's still Sam Fisher, but it was like almost like they were like rebooting it. But it was still really cool. The gameplay was really cool. It added co-op that I liked. That Chad and I both played that game. We had a lot of fun playing that game.
Totally.
I think this is going to show us a much more grisly, old, Sam Fisher at the end of his game, still on top of his game. But I think he's going to I think this is going to be like a Jack Bauer type finale to and I wouldn't be surprised if they reboot it after that. Because I don't think Splinter Cell should go away. But I think the story of Sam Fisher is going to be closed.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm saying this is because I 100% have bought in to the Wildlands thing as being a teaser to their game. I don't think they were just feeling out, do fans still want Splinter Cell? If that's the case, they haven't even started this game yet.
Sure.
You know, if they're feeling out the crowd for this and seeing I think they know everybody wants Splinter Cell. I think it's pretty obvious. There's a big demand for Splinter Cell. I love Splinter Cell. I don't really care what everyone else thinks. I want Splinter Cell back. I think bringing Michael Ironside back just to voice a little cameo side mission in Ghost Recon Wildlands, I don't think that's the reason. I think they had him on a contract and they saw an opportunity to do something cool. And I think that they're teasing the game. The mission that you do, you go through there, you play it. Have you finished it, Chad?
No, I have not.
So at the end of this mission, spoilers, everybody who hasn't finished this at the end of this mission, after he tells you, you're good at what you do, kid, whatever. And that guy leaves. Then it's just Sam and this girl that called you in to help Sam. And she tells him, somebody's on the phone. They're saying something about an empty quiver. Now, in military terminology, an empty quiver means that a nuclear warhead is missing. It means that someone has stolen it. The quiver's empty. The arrow's gone.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And she said, I can have you on a plane in an hour, or I can have you in the air in an hour. And he says something like, they make a joke like, in an hour, you got any coffee? She's like, this is Bolivia. Yeah, there's coffee, I think they're teasing. That's he's going to go on. That's going to be what this game is about.
Cool.
And it's going to be I think it's going to be an end game for Sam Fisher. I think he's going to save the world in a blaze of glory.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that. The plot of that game sounds fun.
I think they.
I hope we get that. Will we get that information in if they show us this trailer or whatever? Will we get all that information in there? The nuke and all that stuff.
Like I said, the information I just gave that made me do this prediction is confirmed. It's in their game and everything. Now they didn't say this is a game we're making,
right?
But I think they teased that game.
Yeah, and that makes sense. It totally does. My question to you is, in whatever they show for Splinter Cell, like your prediction is that it'll be Ironside, Fisher will be playable, last mission, but you can't really know that. But then the nuke is the story. What is your prediction?
Yeah, I think in your prediction, I think that you didn't say it, but I think they're going to give like a trailer for the game. Sure. I don't think they're just going to do and then show Splinter Cell.
Right.
Which if they do, then that's, you still get a point and everything. That's cool, but come on, give us more. I think they're closer than they're letting on. I think they've been doing something. I think they might have a trailer for us. And I think in this trailer,
the nuke's been stolen.
Whether
you get it as your last mission,
whether you hear the
forever.
Yeah.
Sam Fisher, another protagonist.
Whether you only hear the same thing repeated, basically, we've got an empty quiver, blah, 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 whatever.
Sure, from the end of that. That would be a cool little Easter egg for those of people that like you that finish that mission. Be like, oh, that's what this is from, and where everyone else would just be excited for a new game, other people would know exactly what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. That would be cool. Very nice. All right, Josh, number 7.
Number 7. Maybe this is where fortune favors the bold.
Oh,
okay.
I'm saying Cyberpunk's Twitter account beeped.
Beep. Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm saying we get a new trailer.
Okay.
For Cyberpunk 2077 and more info, more news, something about that at E3. But please, for the love of everything, a new trailer. Yeah.
That would be cool. Witcher 3 came out 2016? 2015, I think. Mm-hmm. So we're 3 years out from that. Do you think that this game comes out this year?
Oh man.
Not part of your prediction. I doubt it. It feels like
it does.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it comes out 2019, but
really.
I'm hoping that they have something to show us.
Me
please.
Me too.
And not just a logo. I don't tell us, hey, this is still a thing.
Yeah, they've shown the robot woman or whatever
Yeah.
being shot and like the bullets whizzing past her real slow in the street with the rain and the neon and stuff. So they've shown something. It would make sense that they give us something else, something new, and not go backwards. So cool. That's exciting. All right, number 7 for me, I'm going to say Crackdown 3 is a game that I think it's been 3 years since they showed that for the first time, 2 or 3 years.
Oh my gosh!
And
Yeah,
Microsoft has been very, very, very quiet on that. I think I know it was playable last year at E3 because people have talked about it not feeling great, but the destructible environments online, versus the story mode and things like that. And they've been real quiet on it. I think that, again, staying with Microsoft, they got to show us something exciting. They have to get people excited for their system. I think they're going to show some Crackdown stuff. But my prediction is that they're going to announce that Crackdown 3 in the online play, similar to Fortnite, is going to have a battle royale mode. Probably, I'll throw this in there, that'll have destructible environments also. So like PUBG, right? You can't blow up the buildings, you can't do anything like that. There's a couple huts you can blow up. Fortnite, you build things, you can knock everything down. I think this is going to be their version of a battle royale mode with destructible environments. Maybe even be 100 players, but I'm not willing to predict that specific. So Crackdown 3 is going to be announced to have a battle royale mode whenever indeed that game comes out.
Crackdown 3 is the one, speaking of destructible environments, that the trailer was like all these different characters working together and they like knock down an entire building.
Right.
And you guys like running along the building to like get to wherever they're going, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. And they came out and said that that's not during the main game. That's just on the online portion only, where they use their cloud computing and all that to be able to do that. So that's why I think Battle Royale, which obviously is going to be an online part, would be suitable for Battle Royale. And maybe even why we haven't heard a lot about it for so long is because they've been trying to maybe even shoehorn Battle Royale mode into their online portion. So
interesting.
All right, Dave, number 8.
Okay. Sony. The Last of Us Part 2 will get a release window. I have window/date because I am not confident in my boldness here.
So window is a year? A year is a window. Specific year?
A time of month, a time of year is a window.
Right.
Too. You just said a year, right?
Yeah, I would say like if they said 2020 or 2019, that's a window for sure.
Oh man, it has to be 2019, right?
Does it?
I would think it would have to be. But I don't want to say I don't want to say a date because I think it might be like fall 2019.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, and that would make sense.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think we're ready yet for an actual,
actual
September 20th or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could be wrong. I kind of want to leave it tacked on there in case, but I think if I said window, I would at least get partial point if it was a date.
Yeah, I would agree.
But if I said
date and you got it wrong, it was just a window. Yeah, I agree. It makes sense.
I don't think you can go backwards on that, right?
I don't think so.
Because we did that with Josh.
We did that with Josh and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
So if you say date and it's only a window,
that's
not.
But
if you say window and it's a date, maybe you can at least salvage.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think that's fair.
I agree.
I'm gonna go with window.
Okay.
I'll go with window.
That's exciting. Neil Druckmann is posting a lot on Twitter about getting ready.
See, that's the thing. And so much about that. Are they not going to give an actual date? But I can't see it being spring.
I'd be surprised.
Now with Days Gone supposedly launching in the spring, I feel like they can't release those two together.
It had, and they are the big dog. I mean, Naughty Dog. They're the big dog Sony studio that can't do any wrong. They're gonna put that game at the center of their everything. Right. So it's probably a next fall. Like that would make sense, and that's going to be the one everything else goes around. So It wouldn't make sense, or it would make sense that they would give us a window, not a date.
But because of that game being such a huge heavy hitter, they could say a date and never have to move it. Nothing's going to put them off that date.
If they're that confident at this point. If it's over a year and a half away still, say it's 2019 fall.
Yeah,
it's a lot that can happen.
Yeah, I know. Let's just stick with a window. Dang it.
All right. I like it. Josh, number 8.
Number 8. Had to get a Fortnite prediction in here. So, in light of Fortnite's recent partnering with Marvel and including the Thanos mode, I'm saying we get an announcement of some Fortnite Star Wars crossover content.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
Or events. Maybe something along the lines of like a Thanos with like a
Darth Vader,
like a hero,
Kylo Ren.
Sort of like a hero mode. And so we get that announcement for Fortnite Star Wars crossover stuff.
Gosh,
maybe
so cool.
Maybe go download it right now.
Oh wow. Maybe.
But I think this is more hope. I'm more speaking from my hopeful heart than like pragmatism, but I would love
it would make sense, man. How cool would it be to push people across the map, or to freeze them in place like Kylo Ren, or they're building off. That was so cool.
It would seem that some of the business has already been done if they're using some Marvel property, because it's all Disney. So who knows?
I like that one. I hope that one's true. All right, number 8 for me. What am I going to do? I'm going to say that Nintendo is going to show some new Labo kits. So we got the piano and the multi-thing. We got the robot just, a month or two ago. I think they're going to show for Christmas time, most likely release, or November holiday, a couple, at least 2 brand new Labo kits of some kind.
All right.
At least 2.
Huh.
Okay.
What would those be?
I don't know. But that's
maybe
why
like
I'm not a creator.
Maybe like a steering wheel. I could see that.
Yeah, they kind of have something for the motorcycle that's similar to that already.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
Huh.
Okay, Dave, number 9.
Nintendo. We are finally going to get our first trailer from Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, yeah. Guys, I love E3 season.
Right.
All this stuff I keep forgetting has been announced, talked about already, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
The only thing we've gotten from Metroid was last
Nintendo,
like E3 Nintendo Direct thing.
Yeah.
Which was just a little bit of sound and the 4 appearing.
Would you buy a Switch now?
Okay.
Would this cause you to buy a Switch? Only available on the Switch.
If they show like a trailer or something for, is that what you said, Dave? Like a trailer for Metroid?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
So if they show a trailer or something for it and it looks like if it looks good, then that's Metroid, Zelda, and Mario, all 3 on the Switch. I would be definitely seriously looking into getting a Switch at that point. This could turn turn the tide.
Dude, listen to me, Josh. Not to mention, you have a Mario Tennis game on there. You have Rocket League on there.
Yeah, I know there's no arguing that there's not good stuff on there.
I'm just saying, I'm saying in addition to that stuff, think of all the stuff you could have.
That's 3 heavy hitters.
There's probably the best Mario game, arguably, pretty much almost unarguably the best Zelda game ever, and a Metroid Prime, and now he's definitely seriously considering looking at it. He still hasn't said, yes, I will buy one. Undoubtedly, he's like, I will seriously consider it now, because you've got these, 3 huge games, regardless of what all the other stuff Dave's just talking about. I'll consider it seriously.
I got some real problems with Nintendo, guys.
I had no idea.
What if they put Luigi's Mansion 2 on there?
All right, then it's
already a 2. Is there already a 2?
Listen, you give me the original Kirby game on the Switch, and I'm in. I'll do it.
Oh, that's so good.
What if the new Kirby game has like a throwback level in it or something like Mario did?
The new Kirby game just came out not that long ago.
Well, yeah, but
it's like that.
It's not the proper
Kirby line, right? Okay, I don't know.
I think it's a brawler.
All right, whew, that's good. I like it. Josh, number 9.
Number 9, From Software, makers of Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls. From Software shows a new trailer. We got like just a barely anything little clip not even last E3. Was this like late last year that we got this like tiny little clip or whatever it was from Software, like teasing whatever new game stuff. Yeah. I feel like it wasn't during E3 last year.
I can't remember.
But From Software shows a new trailer, and we get more info on whatever it is they are working on, whatever that was from.
Okay. So new trailer in regards to what they showed recently.
Right.
Most recently.
Yeah, whatever that thing was, that clip. Gotcha. And some people were saying they didn't think it was related to any of the games we've seen so far from them. A lot of people were saying they felt like it was completely separate.
Sure. I've heard some people say Bloodborne 2.
I'm hoping it's Bloodborne 2. I'd be very excited about that. But I feel like I'd be excited for anything from them because they're great.
Cool. All right. Number 9 for me. I'm going to say, man, I'm going to say we're finally going to get from Bethesda a brand new IP game announcement.
Whoa.
Been that rumor of that Starlight game that's out there. And last year, Todd Howard said it's going to be a long time before we get a new Elder Scrolls game. They've got 2 big projects in the works before they even get to that. I'm going to assume Fallout 76 was one of them. And my assumption is the other one is their brand new IP that they're going to show us something for this year.
You think it's open world, Skyrim Fallout-esque, or do you think they'd be crowding themselves if they did that?
It seems like that's what they do, is that they make those type of games. So I feel like it would not be surprising if it was an open world game of some kind. Although, I mean, they're involved with Doom, they're involved with Wolfenstein 2 as well. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
So we've got like fantasy, like magic with Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls. We've got post-apocalyptic dystopian future with Fallout.
Yep. Right.
Maybe they go like utopian future with this one. Sure. And like everything's like clean and bright and shiny. Perfect. Sort of like a Detroit Become Human.
Yeah.
Like kind of feel.
Very polished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? But new IP, some kind of announcement title, something. I don't know if we get a trailer per se, but we're going to get their new game that they're working on, unrelated to all the other things that they've talked about.
That'd be great.
All right, Dave, number 10.
I've got to choose between 2 here, and I feel like one's... I don't know. This one's a little bit hairy in how I pronounce or how I present it, but I think I'm going to go with it anyways because I'm pretty confident this is going to happen. Nintendo. A lot of they don't have big presentations anymore, but a good chunk of their direct or whatever they do is going to focus on their new online service, their subscription thing. Not their subscription thing, but how they're talking about the new games coming out, the retro games coming out.
Oh yeah,
like how you get so many of these games with your subscription to their online service. Mm-hmm. I think in this presentation, in talking about it, they're going to talk about all the great things. Oh, look at how great this is, and you're going to get this, you're going to get this. I think in doing this, it's going to become obvious to us fans that they are unofficially confirming that we need to give up our hopes on the Virtual Console as we know it coming to the Switch. I don't think they're going to bring the VC to the Switch. I think what they're going to tell us at E3 is basically going to let us know without saying we're not going to give you a Virtual Console. Because I don't think they're ever going to say that. I think they're proving that to us. They won't say anything about it. But now they give us the Retro Console, the NES Classic. They gave us the SNES Classic. There's rumors about an N64 coming out, which I don't think I even want the N64 Classic because those games don't hold up as well as SNES and NES do. Maybe
they
I'm
definitely
wrong.
don't. They don't. I have my N64 hooked up right now. They don't hold up as well as the...
Yeah, because it's playing in some of the Rare Replay ones. It's like, man, this is really hard. Some of these games I really liked, it's really hard to control because you only had one stick. Yep. And you're so, But I think, and I know it's kind of weird wording, because I don't think they're going to officially say, we're not giving you the Virtual Console. I don't think they can say that. I think that's bad business to say that. But I think they're going to try to push it under the rug, kind of like how Josh says there's been no mention of Final Fantasy, whatever he said. I don't think they're going to talk about Virtual Console. They're going to talk about what we want out of Virtual Console, but they're not going to present it to us in the way we want it. Because we wanted a platform where we could just get on our Switch, go into the little virtual thing, buy what games we want.
Yep.
I think they want us to have a Netflix-style subscription where you pay this amount of money, you can rent these games or whatever, you can play these games or whatever, as long as you're subscribing.
That's what I was going to ask. So you feel like it's more of like a Game Pass type thing.
And my subscription or my prediction is not about what their online thing is, because they've talked about that already and told us what we're going to... My prediction is that we're not going to get the Virtual Console, and this E3 is pretty much going to confirm that. We're not getting the VC.
They have said that already, though. Like, already back in... The quote is, there are currently no plans to bring games together under the Virtual Console banner as Nintendo has done on other Nintendo systems.
Yeah, but it seemed, when they made that announcement, it seemed like they were saying... That seemed more of like a sidestep in that they were saying the Virtual Console name or brand
banner
is not happening. So they
Isn't that what you're saying? Is that not what you're saying, Dave? Really, or?
Yeah, I guess that is what I'm saying.
Oh, Dave. Okay, so what I thought you were saying,
I guess I forgot about that.
They weren't going to give us a platform where we could just buy those games and have them, no matter what they call it.
Right.
And they're just going to make it more of a subscription model,
which is what they've said. That's what they're doing. Like they've said they're not doing.
They were clear about
banner.
I thought they were just.
There'll be they said there are a variety of ways in which classic games from Nintendo or other publishers will be made available on the Switch, such as through Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Ship eShop, or other packaged collections. So they did specifically say that they're not having anything under the Virtual Console banner. So there is not going to be Virtual Console as we know it, but through their online system that they're going to have with, like Dave mentioned, the games that we're going to get at least for an amount of time with our paid subscription, that's going to be how we're going to be able to play some of the older games. But they're not.
I guess I blocked that out.
Like we know.
I guess I blocked that out because it's such a stupid.
I feel like I took that as an announcement as just saying like the name, the branding, and the name Virtual Console is not happening anymore. And like that announcement I took as them saying that and completely sidestepping the issue of what people were actually asking for, no matter what they call it, which is, can I just freaking buy these games, please, and play them?
Right, but they did tie that in, saying there are no plans to bring classic games together under the Virtual Console banner, as has been done on other Nintendo systems.
Right, but they specifically say under the Virtual Console banner.
Right.
So I took it to mean like maybe it could happen and they're just rebranding whatever that ends up being.
Yeah, and I think that's their Nintendo Online.
Yeah.
But I still don't think they're doing that. They're not going to let you pick and choose at like what you can own. I don't think. I think they're going to let you. I think it's going to be like Netflix, where you never can own the license.
They'll come and go
and buy this game and then not subscribe to the system or to the online service anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you think that's
what we wanted
for licensing purposes? Like, do you think that's easier on them? Do you think that business is easier to do if it's a subscription model and nobody, like, the users don't actually own those licenses versus like actually being able to purchase and own the game?
It must be easier, but also it must be a way of fixing the problem of every time they give a new handheld or whatever, they have to rebuild. People have to rebuy it again because they don't have the same.
Yeah, that's true.
And people are getting upset that they bought, even though they will, even though they're saying now I will buy it again.
Yeah,
yeah.
But now you don't. They keep messing it up anyway. So I guess for some reason I can.
Do you want to clarify
that? So
clarify your prediction, or you want to go?
No, I want to go with my other prediction, my option B prediction.
Yeah, which
I feel is that I knew I was confident in that Nintendo prediction for a reason. I heard it. I don't really. I guess fortune favors the bold. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to get a release window.
All right.
Cool.
I need to go back and play the first one.
It could be a year only. At this point, I think maybe it might only be a year only. I think it's very likely that we see something from it.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that would be kind of a gimme because they showed it last year. It'd be kind of weird not to show anything about it this year. And I'm hoping if they show a trailer at the end, it'll say coming. Might just say coming soon, but that wouldn't be a window. But hopefully it will say coming, 2019. Can you imagine? Like, I don't want to say 2020. It sounds so far away, but it's not.
I know. Not. 2020 sounds really, so far away.
It feels, it does feel like it.
We haven't had a game yet that said that. The first time I see that on the screen, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh.
It's the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, cool. Josh, number 10.
All right, my number 10. So I'm going to tell you guys what I was going to put on my list, and I regret not putting it on my list now because I heard it on Giant Bomb today. They were talking about it when I was listening to it. I was going to say Microsoft brings Game Pass and backwards compatibility under the same umbrella. So anybody with Game Pass has access to all the backwards compatible games as well, like on PC.
That's really good idea.
Which I think is a great idea. And then I was like, I don't know how likely that would be because, I don't know what that business would look like on their end. And then they were talking about it on Giant Bomb, and they made it sound like it'd be very feasible.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't put that on my list, so I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is Metro Exodus gets an actual release date. It was within the last couple of months, I feel like it was recently pushed to 2019. It was supposed to release this year. I don't think we had a definite date for it even this year, but it was pushed to 2019. So I feel like we get a release date for it. And not part of my prediction, but my gut feeling is sometime early 2019.
Yeah. Cool.
I have to say, Chad, before you give your last one, I've been hearing Evan yell in my mind.
Yeah. About what?
Because now looking back on my failed prediction with Nintendo, and I said, I feel like they can't say this because it's bad business.
He's yelling.
Literally what they said.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But now it makes me more mad that they said that.
Yeah.
I know.
But isn't there a part of you too, Dave, that's like, well, at least we don't have to ask anymore.
Yeah, and I'm thinking the reason that I completely forgot that is because I did not want to accept that as an answer. I did not feel like that was real. Yeah, it's like they so dismissively said it. Like this thing that people have been crying out for since before the Switch launched.
Mm-hmm.
When is it coming? Is it going to launch with Switch? It didn't launch with it, but it needs to come. And then they go, oh yeah, we're not going to You know, you're not going to do
this
that.
is one of those things that like it makes no sense that they wouldn't even have plans for it. Like either they just intentionally left this out of the future planning, or they just neglected to consider it in the first place. But neither one makes sense. It seems. I don't know.
All right, Chad. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I do, to go back to yours, Josh, I feel like the Games Pass, it would not surprise me at all. This is not my prediction, but it would not surprise me at all if they combine Xbox Live Gold subscription with Game Pass subscription.
That was the other thing I was
one in the same.
Those
are one in the same. You pay it's probably more than 60.
That would
pay
raise
one
the
fee.
price. Yeah.
You get all the Game Pass stuff, you get all the online things, and they even do away with the terminology of Xbox Live Gold, and it's just Game Pass gets you access to all the games, plus you get an online, all the stuff you can do online for this much a year, and maybe it's $100 a year now or something, but the gold terminology goes away.
You know what? If they did that too, I didn't think about this until just now, because that was the other thing I considered, is that they combine the two, but I didn't say that because it would have to raise the price of Game Pass, and I would think it'd have to raise the price of Gold as well. Like it seems like it would cost more for all of it combined. But if they did that, they wouldn't have to do games with Gold like PlayStation does the free games with PS Plus.
You just got all these games
have it all
for free.
So like any first party game that Microsoft makes is automatically on Game Pass, plus whatever games they can make the deals for that are third party to get on Games Pass, plus whatever backwards compatible stuff is already there. It would make sense to have it all
plus games on that now.
The system that's already the Game Pass that's already there, they leave it as Game Pass. The new one is Gold Pass, and it's just it's a discount on one or the other, but it's more.
So it wouldn't be 120.
You can only get Gold Pass if you buy the year at a time.
Yeah, so Game Pass is $10,
$60-$70 or something.
Yeah, Xbox Gold is $60 a year, and then if you got Game Pass every month, it's $10 a month.
Yeah,
be 120 plus your 60, it'd be 180 if you got both of those combined. So yeah, if you keep Game Pass at $10 a month, and then you got Gold Pass as you named it, and that's less than 180, but you buy it in it's 12-month increments. You can't buy 3 months or 6. It's 12 months.
That's actually
$120, and you get all of that. That seems like something that they would do, especially with the Game Pass they've been doing. I mean, that idea
anywhere.
That seems like something they would do. So my number 10 prediction is no. No. My number 10 prediction is that I think one of Sony's big things that they're going to do that are going to make people super excited and make Xbox sad that they spend so much money is that PUBG is coming to PlayStation 4 this year.
Oh gosh, I hope so.
Now, the question is this going to add fuel to the fire of the console war as far as is it going to run like crap on PlayStation?
Right, that's a good question. What if it comes with PlayStation? It's as good as
and
PC.
It runs
just runs smooth.
Better.
It would be surprising because the X is so much more powerful than anything that's out there. And I can tell you, I have the Xbox One X. I have the Xbox Elite. And when I play on the X, it runs better. Like Dave and I were playing the other day, and he was literally skating across the ground with no buildings rendered in and stuff. And I was on the X, and it never happened.
Being crap, I think.
I was going to say, I get the impression that it's not so much the console as much as it is like the
game itself.
Software. Well, yeah, there are differences for sure.
But that's why I don't think that it would run better necessarily on PlayStation. But if it did, holy cow, Xbox people would just lose their mind over that. They'd be burning them in the streets. All right, so those are our 10 predictions. Those are the ones that we get points for, that Evan will judge us, apparently based on how bold we were, and also, Evan, if they're right or not. Like that's what the points are based from. I did tell the guys to come up with one crazy
for the record,
of some kind.
Before we give the crazy predictions, Evan did verify to me that crazy predictions can be awarded bonus points.
Yes, well, that's as I was going to say that these can count for us if we nail it somehow. These can count for us, but they don't count against us if we get it wrong. So Evan can't give us grief or bring us down on something if we're way off base.
Predictions point or count against us, do they?
Technically, no, they can't. But do you know Evan Steele? No, they cannot count against us. But Evan might find a way to do something. So,
but I'm just saying, some of these crazy predictions can be worth 3 points. They can be worth 10 points. They can be worth 1 point. So 0 points.
You're saying it could? No, I don't think they could be worth more than one.
That's incorrect.
Is worth a point.
Well,
how is that incorrect?
Because Evan's the judge. You'll have to ask Evan. You're not the judge. Are you the judge?
That's not really how it works.
Well, isn't it how it works? The judge is the one that awards points. I think that's how it works.
Yes, but everything is worth a point, or he can deem half points or whatever. But nothing can be worth. This one is so good. I love it so much. It's worth 4. That's what?
Hey.
What?
I
love Nintendo, and your prediction's crazy about Nintendo. So 5 points. Who are you, Drew Carey?
My only goal.
It is anyway.
My only goal this year, other than finally dethroning Chad, my only goal this year is to not hear from Evan to me as many times. I award you no points.
I award you.
Yeah, he likes to say that.
I want to hear that less to me this year.
All right, Dave. So
it especially hurts when he goes through like 3 of them in a matter of 8 seconds.
Yeah,
and you're like, come on,
gets you no extra.
Yep,
no kudos on your thoughts, or that's a good one, but it didn't work. It's just like, nope, 0. Yep.
I got wrestling to watch, so
yeah. Well, we're gonna be on Tuesday next week, so it'll be all right.
I don't want to.
All right, Dave.
On this one.
Okay, Josh. Crazy prediction.
All right.
Crazy prediction.
So as I think probably most of us know at this point, what was it? Prop 19 in California?
I don't know.
Stuart Hardy, if you listen to this, you can tell me. He would know. He lives in California. Anyway, marijuana is now legal. Recreational marijuana is now legal in California, statewide. Marijuana. So my prediction is that I said one of the press conferences. I think what I meant was like one of the somebody, either a press conference or a booth. Like somebody gives out weed or weed paraphernalia to like attendees. So I'm changing it from what I typed in the outline because I meant to be more inclusive with my prediction.
Sure,
but like
that's fine. Yeah.
One of the conferences or one of the booths gives out weed or weed paraphernalia to attendees since weed is legal in California now.
All right then.
With the caveat that people don't obviously smoke it inside the convention hall. Like
people there that don't want it, they're just getting contact buzzes because the whole building's
because I don't think you can. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you smoke inside buildings or whatever. But
no longer is this E3. This is now Weed 3.
Weed 3.
Weed 3.
I just wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
Dave, do you want to go second?
No.
All right. So my crazy prediction was an actual prediction I had. And then the more I thought about it and considered it and realized everything that had been said about it up to this point, I realized that it was crazy. So my crazy prediction is that Bethesda is going to show us some Elder Scrolls whatever, the next Elder Scrolls game, not the online game, not the card game, but the next mainline Elder Scrolls game. We're either going to get a title, we're going to get a trailer. I doubt that. What I would probably assume we'll get is like Metroid Prime 4 did. We're going to get the title screen of Elder Scrolls 6, whatever the subtitle is, or even more crazy, it's because people, you think about it, these days, as much as Skyrim has been out on everything, like you can play it everywhere, people associate, they don't necessarily even know the name Elder Scrolls anymore, but they know Skyrim. Yep. So I would not be surprised if Elder Scrolls Next is actually not Elder Scrolls 6, but it's Skyrim 2.
All right.
Because people associate that. So there we go. So Skyrim 2, Elder Scrolls 6, some kind of Elder Scrolls
Skyrim
mainline
2,
game.
This time
shown.
it's personal.
Yeah. Fusro Do.
Dang.
Dose. Chad. Fusro Dose.
Fusro
Oh my gosh.
Genius. Amazing.
Bethesda, give us a call. We got stuff. We got stuff for you.
All right, Dave. Best for last. Oh, here we go. Content strike again.
Ready for this? Are you ready for this? All right, that's enough of that. So, you guys, you like to make fun of my crazy predictions, and you like to drag it and overplay it, and you know, you talk about RDJ like he's just some type of, you know, novelty that you bring up whenever you want to make things cool.
RDJ is a Renaissance man.
Yeah, so moving back to my prediction about the Avengers project, Square Enix will capitalize where Nintendo failed to do so in the past. The lights are going to go out.
This is great.
The Avengers theme will play. This is before they've made any mention of the Avengers project. Okay? So it's going to be like, you know, what's the Avengers theme? I forgot it because I have Immigrant Song in my head. You know,
Back in Black.
So then the
RDJ
final
is
beat, downbeat happens. It's black, whatever. As soon as that beat happens, a single spotlight hits the stage, revealing Robert Downey Jr. The crowd goes ballistic, right? After the momentous, or is it monumental applause dies down. He addresses the stage. He addresses the audience as only he can, right? Robert Downey Jr. says whatever he wants. I can't mimic him because I'm not him. He's awesome. After it dies down, he's then going to say he has a little surprise for everyone. And he's going to point to the screen, and a trailer is going to play for the new Avengers game. And I think it's going to feature, like Josh said, Iron Man. I think his voice is going to be in this game. They're going to use his likeness.
Yep.
Chad, I'm sorry. It's not going to have anything to do, or it will have something to do with the comics, obviously, because they're based off the comics. But it is going to be connected to the, you know, freight train that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the momentum right now is crazy. Coming off of Infinity War, we're going into Ant-Man and Wasp in July, and then we've got Captain Marvel, I think, when is it? May? And then we've got Avengers 4 again in June, I think.
Yeah, next summer. Yep.
So I think that's going to be something that the crowd, you know, everyone's going to be going crazy, right? They're going to go nuts. You're going to be mad because you're not going to be able to hear everything because the people are going to be disobeying the signs that say, you know, no applause, right, or whatever. It's going to be going crazy. Then after the applause for that finally stops, after whatever it's going to be, 5-10 minutes, because of course Robert Downey's there. He's blowing kisses to the crowd. He's smiling. Everyone's taking pictures. You know, he's awesome. He's going to thank everybody for coming, and he's going to tell them that he'll see them all in Avengers 4, you know, when inevitably that movie comes out. Everybody's crazy. He's walking off the stage. Then he stops. He turns, and he says, oh, and one more thing. You'll all receive a free copy of the game when it releases next year. Release window for the Avengers project.
Wow.
And then as the crowd, deafening applause, he just walks off the stage. Nobody sees him anywhere else. He can't get pictures with him. No one sees him. He's like gone. I don't know if helicopter back. I don't know, but he's gone.
I like it.
That's awesome.
I'm
just saying, you guys laugh at me, or do you never, ever is there enough Robert Downey Jr. in anyone's life?
I agree.
I think Nintendo missed out last year not doing what you said.
Took a break from him last year, like Assassin's Creed did, and Ubisoft did Assassin's Creed. Took a break. may have been a mistake. Maybe I should have
Sure.
made another prediction of Brad Robert Jr. Maybe even though it's wrong, it's always right.
It's a good point. It's a good
Just
point.
saying.
I like it.
I like that.
I'm just saying. And all of this happens at Square Enix's presentation.
Japanese run company. They love RDJ.
Oh,
Love it. All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Evan, judge, jury, executioner. You have the South Dakota Gamers 10 predictions for 2018's E3 show. Find out next week if we got any of them right. All of them right, somewhere in between. Next week, we are going to record the show on Tuesday evening, so we'll not go live audio until Wednesday because Nintendo has their Treehouse and their Direct on Tuesday morning. So if we recorded Monday, we would miss that. So please look forward to us next Tuesday night. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoy E3 as much as we do. Like Josh said numerous times.
E3.
It is the most wonderful time of the year. It's just exciting. It's fun for those that game and look forward to the hype that comes with it. There's nothing quite like E3.
E3.
All right, so that's going to do it for this week's episode. Josh and Dave, thanks as always for joining us. Listeners, thanks for downloading, viewing. We appreciate you, and we will see you once E3 is over.
bye.
You're embarrassing me in front of the Wizards.
So I'm not sure because I lost connection. If YouTube, I think YouTube just done because I was in charge of
Still
being
says live.
online.
It
Does it?
to me.
Well, I don't know how to stop it. So because there's
One
no
of us
like
in charge?
disconnect. Did it give one of you the option?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
I'm
looks-
exporting.
Looks like we're still up. So I don't know how we quit. It does say live.
I don't have the option.
What if
Stop
we
it.
all close it down and then it's live? It's recording our room.
It just stays forever.
Happens.
NSA uses the footage.
That's my nightmare.
I assume if we just end the call, it would end. Would be my guess.